and
Alright,
you can
alright,
cut this
okay,
out, and then put an
I was in
animation
middle
for it,
school,
kind of like this.
and
You can put an animation,
I
make
had this
another copy.
really bitchy teacher. Like, this
that.
teacher was an absolute
Hey, man, you
fucking
should.
nightmare.
No.
And so I had to really use the bathroom because and before I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go to the bathroom now because, you know, fuck it, I'll just wait till after class. However, the teacher wouldn't let me out to go because I was like, okay, maybe I should have gone before class because, you know, I'm a retarded middle schooler. And so she's just like, no, I'm not gonna let you out. Fuck you. And I'm just like, oh man, I really have to go to the bathroom. And then after like a few moments, I like ask her like a second attempt, and she's like, no, you're not going to the bathroom. And after a third attempt, because I really have to pee at this point, she's just like, fine, but if you ask me one more time, you're gonna get a referral, and you know, referrals. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I go to the bathroom, and she held me in this classroom for like way too long now. And I really just, I go to my, like, I'm like halfway, because thing is, my bathroom is like, the bathroom that was the closest to me was literally, like, this hallway is long as fuck. It was at the end of the other hallway.
Fuck.
And this classroom was on the other end of the hallway. So, and like I said, there's a long ass hallway. Like, I had to pass like 2 flights of stairs. And then so many just, and I was on the verge of tears at this point, and then I'm like, oh fuck, no. I can't do this anymore, I can't. And so, yeah, but I went after that, I went straight to the bathroom, and I tried my best to clean myself up, and then I made an excuse saying, hey, I fell into a puddle.
Could you get your
in
ass
bathroom.
out of my face?
Oh no. At least you had nice shoes, but
and then my teacher was like,
awful.
And my teacher's just like, oh, you fell into a puddle. Like, I can tell she didn't believe it for a second.
Maybe thanks, man.
Yeah, I fell into a puddle. I need to go.
Did she let you go?
No.
How awful. But no. So I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with this guy that lived across the street from me. Just short story. Name was Matt, and he was an okay guy. But he had a weird household. Both parents overweight. His brother massively overweight. His sister was a fucking wreck, and their newborn right now looks like a skinny, scary skeleton. But at the time that I was playing D&D with him, like we'd play D&D at his house, and it was fun and all because we were like 14, 15. And then for the first time in like a lot of years, because again, I was this fucking new foreign European weird kid who wore Speedos to swimming club and whatever. You laugh, but you know what? It's what we wore.
We had a couple ourselves. It was great.
And so I finally got invited to a sleepover with this guy, which was awesome because he lived across the street from me. And I was like, yes, you know, I've made a friend at the age of 14. Or 15 or something. Freshman year of high school. However old you are then. And, I was sleeping over there. And the worst part was, his house, like, they had dogs, and they just had dirty parents that never cleaned. And it smelled like piss.
Oh.
Like, guys will know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about, like, that dirty urinal piss smell.
Yes.
Their entire fucking... I mean, that house, today's market worth has to be at least like $250,000, if not more.
Oh my god.
Very, very, very nice house that they just ruined, and it smells like piss. And so I was sleeping over at this place, and he had a bunk bed at 14 years old or 15 years old. Already kind of a red flag, but I'm this stupid European kid who wears fucking socks, sandals, and a mock turtleneck with cargo shorts. Like, I have no room to talk. I was bad.
What are you talking about? That's obviously fashion.
I was not the handsome stud that y'all see on Instagram today. and fucking, I was sleeping in the top bunk late at night after we'd had a long session of Dungeons and Dragons. And all of a sudden, I just started hearing...
Oh no.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, my dude? So I had my Motorola little
There's a
flip
ton
phone,
of gay shit going on upstairs.
little flip phone with a fucking camera, And so I peek it over the fucking the bunk bed, and on my little fucking what is that, like fucking 32-bit camera, I don't know what the fuck I was looking at. I see my boy here, my best friend, the one friend I have here in America. I see him fucking jacking it to a Dungeons and Dragons 2.0. Let me just, for those of you who are uninitiated into Dungeons and Dragons 2.0 was written in like the 1980s with some of the worst fucking art ever. And he is jacking it to maybe the worst art of female demon boobies I've ever seen.
Hey, Diablo's right over there, man. Why do you gotta say that?
And so he's finishing up, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, please God, let me sleep. Let this be a fucking nightmare. Turns out, not a nightmare, but I used it to my advantage because I told other kind of friends, acquaintances about it, and I jumped the social ladder by throwing my buddy under the bus, and I've always felt kind of bad about it, but at the same time, you don't jerk off when your buddy's in the house, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, that makes it more exciting.
Understandable.
That makes it more exciting, man. Come on.
Fun fact, I did something like that, and when I was in middle school, again, another middle school story.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop you real quick to a 1980s Dungeons and Dragons book, because they had bad art. Like, not even like dirty art, but just
Oh
bad.
yeah. I
Wait.
have one. I have like a shit ton of those. I know the feel.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
In the new edition, we have
I feel like
art.
Artist, I feel like we've already
Yeah.
connected on such a deep level.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, you got a new waifu.
I
Hey,
just
I'm your new waifu now.
oh,
I can see it.
Hey.
you make my little heart melt.
Oh yes, that's your waifu.
Dungeons and Dragons Pathfinder have good art.
But I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but real quick, I'm going to go piss
The art
all
doesn't
over
seem
my
that
goddamn
bad.
toilet.
Alright,
Oh,
go have
man.
fun.
The art, is the art really that bad? I'm
I'll
looking
try
it
my
up.
best.
So
Sound full of shit.
I was at a sleepover, and I was currently with this boy, and he called me on the phone, and I was like, guys, it's my boyfriend. And then, like, alright, well, we'll see you later. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go play some video games. Come join us later. And then I went to my friend's closet, and he's like, baby, I'm horny. I'm like, I mean, I'm at a sleepover right now. What can I do for you? And he's like, just fucking diddle your clit a little bit. I don't know. And I'm like, okay, fine.
No.
And so I was in the closet, and I was like faking.
No.
I was like diddling and doodling and inappropriate stuff at a sleepover, by the way, at a sleepover. And all I hear in the background, and I'm like, all I hear is giggling, and I'm like, oh shit. And all I hear is this little giggling, and I'm like, oh, I just fucked up. And then there's this, you know how they have like that one bitchy girl at a sleepover, like the one you just absolutely hate, but your friend had to like be forced to invite her.
I don't know, because I don't have any girlfriends back in the day.
But so there's this one girl who's like, I hated, but you know, I had to deal with. She's like my best friend at the time's like good friend. So I was like, okay, fine, yeah. And so she basically,
I see
she
you,
was
Myra.
giggling. She was giggling at the door, and I'm like, oh fuck. And she's just like,
no.
and then she just brings up the fact that how her boyfriend doesn't do this with her, and you know, and I'm like, bitch, I do this on my own time. The fuck?
She jealous.
Oh, that sounds awful.
But yeah, that was my story, how I did it. But I was a stupid middle schooler, so I have an excuse, okay?
Like you too, dude.
I don't know what to call you. Fucking autistic, fucking lolly. What
no,
do I
just
call
me,
you?
I mean, since you have my instead of you might as well just
You're
call me
right.
Catherine.
Catherine. It was.
You can text me if you want that. I don't really give a shit, but later.
Oh, I'm a
Swole
slide
as
to the
fuck.
DMs, girl.
Fucking can't their place. Fuck all of you.
You're not even as swole as me, bro.
Respect.
Did y'all fucking see that? I got this girl's Instagram.
Respect.
Crushing
That's how
it,
you do, dude.
boys.
I
Bring it on
already
in,
had
Sir
it, bro.
Jamwich. Come on, Jamush, don't fucking ruin this for me, alright, my dude? Just let me be proud of myself, alright?
Dude, I'm happy for you. I am happy for you, dude.
Respect.
That is all
on.
you, my guy. Come here, dude.
I'm just happy, like,
Yeah,
I
just give
made
me another
friends online. That's all I need. But it is...
That's all you need, dude. Yeah, I'm here for you all the time, bro.
My boy, Jamwich.
What's up? We out here. We out here.
We fit in the double team this, put it in the front butt, put it in the regular butt. It
Exactly.
don't matter.
Exactly.
Bro, looks like those 24 years of mistakes paid off, huh?
Wait.